Well, George Zimmerman has been found not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter. And so now the jury is set to officially give their verdict here in the next hour or so. That's what the court is reporting. And this is justice in America. Just like when the Supreme Court ruled a few weeks ago that companies cannot patent human genes and keep us from using gene treatments when we own our own bodies. I see a lot of injustice, but when I see positive things happen, I report on it. Does that mean that George Zimmerman wasn't stupid following Trayvon Martin around with a gun? I think that much is clear. I think it was negligent. They may be able to win a civil suit for something like that. Probably not. I predicted all week long he would be found not guilty. There's just too many witnesses that Trayvon started the assault. And I'm sad for Trayvon being dead. A lot of young people make mistakes. I think both these people made mistakes, but this is the type of thing that happens in any society. And you don't see the media when it's black on black violence hyping it up, only when it's white on black, or even if it's a Hispanic guy, they call him white, to create racial division in this country that people like MSNBC and Obama feed off of. Now, you'll also notice here on DrudgeReport.com that the sheriff is calling for calm. Teen threatens mass homicide on Twitter. You can see our article predicting that from Friday. Twitter flooded with new wave of riot threats, and the media ignores this. I mean, I see teens that make a joke about shooting people on their Xbox Live, and they get 6 months in jail. But when Democratic Party operatives stirred up by the Justice Department, that's who stirred up these demonstrations last year, do it, they don't get in trouble. Simply amazing. And look, if you think it's a miscarriage of judgment, if you think it's a miscarriage of justice and that the wrong judgment was made by the jury, folks, O.J. Simpson, I mean, come on. There was reasonable doubt, and so he walked, even though I believe, and the civil trial later found, that he did basically have a hand in those people's deaths, his ex-wife and her boyfriend. So this is the reality here. It's better that 10 guilty men go free than one innocent man end up going to prison. That is the maxim of common law and Western law that isn't perfect, but is the best in the world and the model of free societies. And our Bill of Rights and Constitution, Declaration of Independence, is all based on it. So OJ, there was reasonable doubt, he got off. Okay? A black guy. And now there's reasonable doubt, and a Hispanic/white guy has gotten off. The jury did its job. And I hope that there aren't any riots, as people have been claiming that they are going to do over and over and over and over again. I pray that that is not the case. But we'll see if the people threatening mass suicide or mass shootings or mass homicide, there's all sorts of craziness on Twitter. Let's see if they get in any trouble. In this particular case, Trayvon Martin shooting, teen threatens mass homicide or mass murder on Twitter if George Zimmerman is acquitted. And I was reading some of the tweets myself. I'm going to kill myself, or I'm going to kill people, or on and on and on, or I'm going to burn stuff down, or let's riot. I mean, it is just like the end of the world has happened because there was a fair trial. Again, in a free society, a lot of people that have some guilt end up going free so that innocent people don't go to prison. Alex Jones signing off for Infowars.com. We'll have more reports throughout the night. Kurt Nemo's writing a story on this, and obviously tomorrow we'll continue to cover it. I hope there aren't any riots across the country. I think there'll be a little bit of unrest. I hope there won't be massive unrest. Probably won't be. But there may be, the way the media's hyped this. It depends on how the Democratic operatives, Al Sharpton and Obama and all the rest of these people behave. We'll see what happens. But if there are riots, the police state will use this to expand its control. Again, more reports coming to Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Pray for peace and unity under the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Humans are always gang-oriented. We like to be in gangs. Let's have a gang that stands for unity and freedom and liberty and the Bill of Rights and Constitution, not gangs based on race.